I just got back from Chicago not that long ago, and right before we left for Chicago, we had this huge like party. It was like a boat party. You can see everyone's clothes are just still there. So I'm trying to clean up, but I don't think I told you guys what happened to the house. Like, I truly can't believe this happened. Like, so let me just show you. We'll head downstairs. In our first bathroom, it flooded. There was like poop and everything all around there. I dropped bleach around the outside and some Clorox stuff because I like powder, and I just wanted like it not to like smell or anything, but we cleaned up everything. I just wanted, you know, whatever sat there to kind of like go away. Through here, we also had another explosion. Literally like poop and like tampons and everything was coming back up from our sewage, which is like just so gross. You can see that that's like toilet paper. This actually happened a couple days ago, and we cleaned it up, and you could see that I put like the Clorox around there, but it happened again. I'm gonna show you outside. We got someone to come work on it, and out here we have someone digging up a hole out here, and they're gonna work on the plumbing, and we're getting completely new plumbing, and it's gonna go all the way down there to the water, and that's the wall where the actual like bathroom is, where all the plumbing and stuff is kind of connected to. So they're gonna come all the way out here, go through here. I guess this was an old sump pump, so a big part of the reason why it was like not draining properly is because the sump pump was like sitting on our plumbing, so they took it out, but I guess it was just put in wrong a long time ago, because our sump pump is way down there. You can see that little like square thing. So this was just an old one. It was like blocking the pipe. Now that that's like taken out, they're gonna just run a new line through here. The first quote that we got was like $15,000 just for plumbing, like not for literally anything else in the house, which is obviously a good chunk of the budget. I swear, like there's always something that like happens in home renos. Like, and we've done flips and stuff before, but this is the first thing that's like been really big that's happened in any of the homes that we've like done. And obviously this house isn't a flip, we're like living here, and so it's just kind of like a really big thing to happen. But we got another quote. This is why it's so important to get like multiple quotes from multiple people. We got another quote, and the second quote was like 11,000, and then we got another quote, and that last one was, I think it ended up being maybe 8,000, like 6 or 8. He literally hates when I'm like anywhere without him. Let's go upstairs, come on. So he always follows me. What we're dealing with right now, I really hope that it can get fixed soon. It's just one of those things that you like didn't expect to happen. And now it's taking like, you know, a good chunk of what we plan to like use for other stuff in the house. Like, we're gonna get a new roof. Obviously the kitchen, like that's gonna be a good 20-25 grand. My closet, we got a budget, or we got a quote for that, and that was like 24. So we're just trying to prioritize like what's most important, but obviously plumbing and peeing and like going to the bathroom is like high up there on the list of priorities. So yeah, I just can't believe that it happened. Like, I truly can't believe that like our pipes just literally are backing up so bad. They flushed out all of the pipes to like try to get everything out, but because the sump pump was sitting on top of the pipes, it was like moving the pipes in the ground, which was like creating multiple clogs. So I don't know, and I would think that if someone gets a new sump pump, they're gonna know that the old sump pump like needs to go, but maybe they didn't want to pay the extra money or something. Maybe they didn't realize that it was like sitting on top of the pipe, or like had shifted to sit on top of the pipe. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna get it fixed. They're coming on Thursday. You can see they already dug the hole. This happened less than a week ago, and so we're like trying to get a move on it really fast to get it done, because we need the bathrooms to work. Like, anytime we take a shower, go to the bathroom or anything, it starts to back up. So yeah, it's just actually crazy. And it's also crazy living in the reno. Sometimes they get really like tired whenever we have people like in and out, but then adding on like the stress of like stuff not working, it can definitely be difficult. But I just have to look towards the end of the tunnel and see like this house is gonna be the house of our literal dreams once it's all done. I feel like other than the plumbing issue, we have been mostly working on that, but also trying to like unpack. Like the moving process in a renovation takes so much longer because you can't actually unpack everything. Like we just unpacked all of our, well, not even all of our clothes, we just unpacked a big chunk of our clothes like literally a couple weeks ago, and we've been here for like a month and a half, I think. But you just can't unpack everything because people are working on stuff. So, but it's starting to get closer to fall, and like, well, actually is almost fall. It's getting like cool now, and so it's like that time of year where like you're just gonna be wearing lots of layers and lots of clothes. And behind me is actually all of our stuff, but we put it in the wardrobe because we haven't like got it done yet. Another thing is like kind of crazy about like renos is like you're constantly juggling so many things, like especially when you move. Like we've done flips and stuff, but like a reno that you're living in is so different. Because with a flip, it's like you go and you can work on stuff and then you just leave. You can leave stuff everywhere, all over the floor. When you're living there, it's like you want to live in a somewhat clean living space too. So like we got multiple quotes for lots of stuff, and we got a quote for the house, like for a design for the house. We got a quote for the kitchen, we got a quote for the wardrobe, and like I have to get back to other people still. So right now, I'm opening this thing that I bought. I actually bought 3 of them. They are clothing racks, and hoping that this will help us get organized. So let me show you guys what I'm working with. This is a clothing rack. I bought 3 of these so we could put our clothes up on them, but holy cow, I didn't realize I have to put them together. Online it said that the instructions are really easy, but this looks like just terrible. I hope it's really easy, because if not, that would suck. I'm just gonna take everything out of the plastic for now, kind of set it aside. I hope there's not like a ton of hard parts to put together. And I really want to organize the closet where like we can get stuff easily, because right now everything is just folded on the floor and it makes it really, really hard. It's definitely a lot easier than it was, like when we had everything in and out of boxes, but it still makes it really hard to get like dressed in the morning. But since this is my literal job, I need to like be able to get to clothing easily to create content, and just to like get dressed. So let me take this out and see if I can put this together. The plumbers are almost finished with everything downstairs, but I want to show you guys what it looks like right now. It is a hot mess, but they're finishing everything tomorrow. So let's go downstairs so I can show you guys what it looks like. It's really a hot mess. This is what it looks like right now. They literally are, it smells like straight poop down here too. They are taking up the floor, and then you can see in there that there are like no pipes or anything, straight water, which is where like everything is going right now, just like right in that spot. This is actually new, and whenever we started having plumbing issues, I'm glad that the tile people didn't end up putting like more of this on the wall, because otherwise we would have had to like redo it all, because they would have had to open it up for the actual pipes. So it kind of actually worked out in our favor a little bit, as like weird as that sounds. But out here, I'll show you guys, it is just as interesting. You can see I'm trying really hard not to like get my feet in this stuff. But they've opened up the pipes, and we're doing all new piping all the way down to where the water is. So everything will be brand new and like plastic and stuff, so it can't be like penetrated by the ground and like movement. And then these are the pipes right here. This is what they used to look like. And and a lot of these were like broken or they were breaking on the inside. Some of them were also, not gonna touch them because it's like actually gross, but some of them were like getting dirt and like rocks and stuff on the inside, which means they've been like penetrated or broken from the outside. So we just really needed new ones, and I'm glad that we're getting this. It's definitely pricey for sure, but also definitely needed. That's the only update I wanted to give you for today. We're actually going to stay with Brady's parents for the night, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow. They're gonna start working at 9 a.m. and just get a lot of work done. And they said they're gonna finish it by tomorrow. So crossing our fingers, but this plumbing company has actually been extremely like good and efficient. They had like 4 people come today. They're all working really hard. And then they actually had someone come yesterday and they worked on a little bit too, like I showed you guys. I think I showed you. So yeah, we're getting ready to go over to his parents' house, and so I'll give you guys a little update. What day is it? I feel like all the days run together. It is September 23rd, which is a Thursday. I actually leave to head out. Sorry for the noise, they're working. I head out to Phoenix tomorrow, but I wanted to give you guys an update on our renovation property because I actually have not shown you guys this property in so long. I'll link the full house tour below if you guys missed the actual house tour. But along with renovating our actual house that we're living in, the lake house, we're also renovating this other house. And then we also have 15 rental units if you guys are new and don't know. And then my husband has his own business. He's an insurance agent, has like 1, 2, 3, 4 employees. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, God, can't keep up. And then obviously I'm a full-time influencer. So with all of that, we like kind of got into like homes and stuff last year. So I just want to give you guys an update of this house because I haven't given you one in so long. Like I said, I'll link the full video below if you guys missed it. And after this, I want to take you guys home and show you the designs for our actual lake house and like the plans for it, because we have a lot in the works. So let me show you guys this house. This is what it looks like when you first walk in. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the kitchen, there used to be a huge hole up here, like literally a massive hole, like everything was hanging out, and there were these like ugly cabinets on the wall. It was like this literally disgusting like yellowish tone. And then this was this wall here. It was this color. So they got rid of that. We're doing like a bright light. Obviously this is not the actual wall color. It has to be actually like done, but they're like going over the yellow first. They have the cabinets in here, which they're covered. But I do want to show them to you so you guys can get an idea of what they look like. They're really nice. They're just like a white, and try not to get anything on them. They obviously need to be dusted off, but you guys can see the vibe. They're very nice. We wanted to do like very crisp and clean in here. And then this room, we put this part of the ceiling up a little bit more because it was kind of low. I don't know if you guys remember, it was like down here, you guys can see. So we just like pushed it up a little bit so it would be higher. That way it would just have a better flow. But we didn't want to take everything completely down because I feel like we really needed to have some kind of like space, you know, between like dining room, kitchen, and living room. Like we just didn't want it to be all open. So this gives it like a little bit of dimension between the rooms, if you guys know what I mean. And here they took away the like popcorn ceiling. I don't know if you guys remember us like discussing that. We were trying to figure out if we wanted to take it away or not. And we did end up taking it away. It was extra money or whatever, but it was worth it. Now I'm gonna take you guys upstairs. We actually got your opinion on something, and we ended up like following your advice. So in the bathroom, we were trying to decide if we wanted to keep the tub or not. We're not keeping this specific tub, but we did decide to put a tub in here. This is the bathroom. Obviously, you can tell like it's not done at all. But they took out this sink part right here, and they're getting like the walls ready so that it can actually have like, you know, bathroom and stuff, bathroom things in here. So this is like ready. And then in here, they still have to get these rooms prepped, but they took off all that wallpaper. I don't know if you guys remember, it had like horses on it, and it took forever, literally forever to get it off. But you can see there's like tons of writing and stuff here. So they took all of that off. These are hardwood floors, like real hardwood, like very expensive hardwood. But you can see it's kind of like bowing here, like coming up just a little bit. So we're gonna try to decide if we can salvage them or not, but I almost feel like we definitely can. Like this is bowing a little bit, but everything else is pretty flat. So we're gonna try to decide if we can. If we can't, then we'll just like put a new flooring, but I think we're gonna be able to keep it because I just feel like real hardwood is so nice. And then this room, you can see that they're getting this room ready. The baseboards are done. This used to be like a green color, as you can see, and now like it just looks so much better when it's not like freaking green and, you know, like just a weird color. And this room actually used to be a dark blue. I don't know if you guys remember that. It had the wallpaper with like the horses and stuff, and it was dark blue. So let's go down to the basement, and then that's pretty much the same. Go down to the basement. We can show you guys down there. Hello.
Smells good in here.
Yeah. If I can get this to focus on my face. Okay, there we go. Jay's just been working away in here. Like you've gotten a lot done. Yeah. It looks really good.
It's been
a process. So this part right here, I don't know if you guys remember in the vlog, we were trying to decide if we wanted to like separate this room or like keep it one room like it was, and it is separate now. So let me show you guys. This area right here used to be completely connected to this side, and this is where like the washer and dryer hookup is. So we were like, are we gonna like keep it and just have one big laundry room? At first I was like, yeah, like it makes sense, but then we were like, no, like why would we want to have, let's see if there's a light in here. There we go. We were like, why would we want to have a laundry room that's that big? Like this is big enough. I mean, at least for me, I feel like it's definitely big enough. And then that allows someone to have this as a designated office space. So you could either have it as an office, or you could make it, I mean, I guess you couldn't make it as a bedroom because there is no closet in here, but you get the drift. Like it can be something for sure. And then, oh, they did put a closet in here. Nice. So they can make it a bedroom, which is cool. We talked about that. We just weren't sure. Being like, not walls, but like putting up walls and stuff, it definitely makes like the process something you really have to think about, because once you put something up, like you're definitely not going to take it down. And not saying it was a risk to do this, like to add in the wall, but it was definitely something really you had to think about, because if like someone comes in, they're like, we don't really like having a laundry room that's that size, like it kind of isn't a good thing. But we figured that someone would rather have a designated space, and we can use this as a room for maybe a little kid or a baby, or you could have it as an office, just like a nice separate space versus a massive laundry room. That just seemed to make more sense to me. Getting your opinion on things, guys, like it's been so helpful. So you can see it is separated. Turn this light back off. I'm gonna try to make sure I turn everything back off. And then in here is the bathroom. I think I showed this to you guys. We were talking about how we were just gonna put a shower in here. We weren't 100% sure, but we thought this is probably what we were gonna go with. Lights aren't in there yet. But we're putting a shower in, and then this is like also completely closed off. It's not like connected or anything. Let's go upstairs. I'm showing you guys everything inside, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so out here, I don't know if you guys remember, there was this big tree right here, and it was actually rotting, like rotting pretty badly. And we took it down, and I'm glad that we did, because there was actually a huge storm, and this tree probably would have fallen on the house, because it was like this big, like literally it was huge. And it also makes this room, or makes this area more like spacious and open, which is nice. So out here, they added new gutters up here, and the house literally just had a bunch of random nails on it. So you can see all that white, like see that white up there? Those are literally the spots, like the holes where they had like nails just like sticking out. And we want to make sure the house is done right, and so that's what they've been working on. yeah, that's like, we just want to make sure that this house is done right. Like we want, like if we decided to live here, we would want like it done right too. So we want to do the same for someone else. So that's kind of like the little update for now. This house has definitely taken longer than we thought it would. Our first house was done in 6 weeks. I'll link that video below with all of that stuff. We finished it super fast, and that was our first flip ever. So I think we thought that like every house is gonna be like that. But that house, one, had 0 hiccups. Like literally nothing happened really that was wrong. I mean, like there were some things where we were like, oh, we can't like find a light that matches, you know, like small things, but nothing like major. This house, we have had like, oh my gosh, so much stuff. For one, there was that hole that was there, and so we had to get all that figured out, and that tree was rotting, so we had to like figure out if we want to take that out or not, which was a big expense. And then also the plumbing. There's an issue like with the plumbing. So we got all of that fixed, thankfully, which is nice, but that's definitely like something that's expensive. And with the plumbing, I guess before we bought the house, there was a plumbing issue. We just weren't aware of it. And so those are also things that you have to really think about before you move into a house and before you buy a house and any of those things. So I would recommend, like if you're thinking of buying a house or flipping a house or anything, the biggest tip I could give you is not only to get an inspector, get multiple inspectors, which we did, but I'd say the biggest thing that you want to do is get someone to inspect the plumbing. Because in the house that we flipped, this one, and our house at home, we've had plumbing issues. And that's something we've definitely learned along the way, is like you for sure want to have them check out the plumbing. Like have a camera go in, and I know it sounds like stupid because it's like if nothing's wrong with it, then it's kind of like a waste of money, but you could literally save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars. Like we have spent, I mean, almost a good 20 grand just on freaking plumbing. So I'm gonna take you guys home. I'm gonna show you guys like some design stuff for the lake house, and yeah, we're just gonna kind of get into that a little bit today. Home, and I just want to give you guys a quick update on our house, where we're at, like what we're doing, since you guys just saw us at our flip. I'm gonna pull up my laptop so I can show you guys what is kind of in the works. There's a lot of stuff that we like just literally don't know how to do. So we are hiring out, actually we've been hiring out a lot of people, like pretty much for everything. We actually were using our contractors from the flip on this house for a while, or on this house that we're living in right now. But then they were just being taken like way too much, and they weren't actually able to like work over there, and it was like just the back and forth just was not working out very well. So we decided to like put the contractors back where they belong over at the flip, but that left us without contractors. Granted, we've been working on the plumbing for the last couple weeks, so it hasn't been a big deal, but we actually just got the basement area cleared out. I'll show you guys like a little video clip or something, like overlay maybe. But we just had cleaners come in and just clean out the floor because it was like so gross. Like literally disgusting. And I actually had to like clean up some of the blankets and stuff that were in there. So glad I don't have to do that anymore. Brady just called him. He's literally a freaking gym. I wouldn't have even thought to call someone to fix stuff, but he did it, and it was like seriously so worth it. So I'm gonna see if I can find this in here. They sent, so we thought about using Louisa Jane to help us design the house, and they gave us like an example of like what the price would be, like roughly. And then we also asked, who else did we ask? We asked like a closet company to like maybe come in and give us an idea of like how much it would cost for that kind of stuff, like to do out my entire closet. So let me show you guys like what it looks like with a design company and like what they kind of like do for you, so you can just have an idea of like what it looks like. They also give you like sample drawings. So they didn't draw up our house because like we would have to pay to do that, but they just like gave us an example of someone else's house so we could see like what the project would look like. So let me show you guys. So this is my just plain laptop, like nothing special. But these are example drawings of someone else's home, not our home, someone else's home, but they wanted to show us like what they could do for us. So this is an example of like a 3D drawing, and if you get someone to design your house, they like literally design everything for you, like up to the furniture, like literally everything. So we thought about using this because I know what I want our house to look like with like Pinterest boards and stuff. And in the consultation we had, we actually went over that kind of stuff. Like my aesthetic and design ideas, and then they gave me this, which is like a drop of someone else's home, which I thought was really cool because being able to see it like in 3D is just like so cool to me. Like I want these kind of doors, so like this obviously is not like our house drop, but like this is just an idea of like someone else's house that they've already done. So we could see like what it would look like, and then they would do this for us. Obviously we would have to pay them for that service, but I just thought it was so cool to like see something actually drawn up. Project scope for someone else's house. This was not for our house, but like when they do a scope, pretty much they write up like the overview for the entire project, like what the projection would be, which you can see like down at the bottom, the projection price, and literally like every single thing that you would have to pay for. And the projection I feel like is pretty close to like what you actually pay. For my closet, they also drew up a proposal. I am like gonna make sure I keep the address out of this. But when they drew it up, this would be what my actual closet looks like if we use this company, which I loved the design. I thought it was really cool. There would be a little bench right here, and then the closets would actually have glass on the outside, which is what I wanted. And then there would also be a little bit of like shelving and stuff on the other side, but I mostly wanted a closet that's like a full walk-in with mostly like glass closet doors, and then like some shelving. I just feel like I do a better job whenever I have like not as much shelving because I have to see it, and if something's folded I'm probably just not going to see it like I want to. But then this would be right in front of the door, and I think I showed you guys where there would be shelving, and then in front would be like a black glass door. So that's kind of the idea for the closet. Give you a ton of hardware to look at, like literally look at all of these hardware options. It's kind of insane. So I was planning on going with gold. That's just like more my aesthetic, I feel like. But they have so many options, and I did tell them the matte gold, so they picked out all of these so I could like approve these just to make sure that's what I wanted. Also give you like a design guide for colors and styles. Like there's literally, you could go crazy. You could like look at this for hours. Like you can have a classic style like this, or just like flat, or you could have it with like a little bit of an indent there, or just like modern. Like literally there's so many different options. And then up here there's so many different types of wood. There's like I was like, oh, I just want like a, you know, probably a white. And she's like, well, do you want a white? Do you want an antique white? Or do you want like an Arctic, which is kind of like gray tones? And I was like, oh my God, that's like so many options. And then down here there are like a different color palette that's like a little bit more unique. So yeah, there's just seriously so many options when it comes to looking at stuff for your house. Like you could literally look at this for hours. Kind of where we are at right now with the house. We kind of just knew that we need a little bit more, like, we needed someone who could really execute a good design. And now that we like kind of have everything demoed, which literally like the bathrooms are demoed except for the one that we're using, like a lot of the stuff is like ready for paint and ready to like really be put back together. Now that we're done with that, it's time to like get someone who can do some really good design. So another hard thing about, I feel like, doing a renovation is not only like picking a designer, but like when you decide on who that designer is, like it's hard to pull the trigger. Like it's hard to pull the trigger on who you want to use. Like we've just gotten lots of quotes, but I think it's also really hard just finding good people and getting like quotes in general. Like I think about for our bathroom, we've had, I cannot tell you how many people who we've quoted for the bathroom that we want when we want to do like a wet bathroom where like it's pretty much wet everywhere inside. Like the whole room is kind of like a shower space in a way. You'll understand it whenever you see it, but a lot of people in this area don't know how to do a wet bathroom because it's pretty common like in California and stuff like that, but not really here. So that's another thing. Like, I feel like when we started looking at like who was going to do our renovation stuff, we just thought everyone knew how to do everything, but that is not the case. Or someone can say they know how to do something and they don't. So that's something really to be aware of if you're like wanting to flip a house, or you're just wanting to like put something together for your own house. You just want to make sure that someone who's doing it knows what the heck they're doing. But Louisa Jane, they're a business that I've like just shopped at for so long, and I really like their designs, and I love like all their pieces in their store. They are a little pricey, but I feel like they're not really overpriced. They're just expensive just because design is expensive, period. They're on par with pretty much everyone else. And so it's kind of like deciding, do I want to try to like piecemeal everything together, find things on my own a little bit cheaper, or do we want to kind of speed up the process and have someone kind of do all of that for us? Which that's what we've done like with our flips and stuff. Like, we use contractors because we found that like in our last flip, we found that we would rather pay someone else and make it take like, not necessarily like longer or shorter, but take the stress off of us than do it ourselves and make it like be really fast. And with a big project like this one, which is our home, like we want it to be done exactly like we want it, but we also want it to like not be super stressful. So that's an update for now on the house, and I'll keep you guys updated on like what's going on. Be sure to subscribe because there's tons of house content coming soon. We've already purchased our flooring and we've purchased our tile, which if you guys haven't seen that, I'll link those videos below. And so since that's already purchased, it just needs to be put in, and we just have to like get the person to do it. So yeah, that's kind of the update for now. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. New videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.